Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the iceHQ Ice Rink in Reservoir, Melbourne, Australia, for Warring Traditional for the CCM National Women's Tournament 2023 Round 1, or Friday night. It's hockey night in Melbourne, certainly in Reservoir. I'm Carl Brewer, and joining me once again for this fifth game of a six-game marathon season tonight is Zoe Stewart.
Hello.
And we're doing our best to try and stay as sensible as possible and losing the battle very quickly. But we are very privileged to bring to you this evening's second game for both of these teams. It is between the Melbourne Furies and the West Australian Ice Quokkas. The West Australians making the big trip across from WA. It's getting late here in Melbourne. It's almost 10 o'clock at night, so it's almost dinner time in Perth. I think it's almost 7 o'clock for you retrogrades. We don't want daylight savings people. But anyway, so he did have it for a while.
Them's fighting words,
They are fighting words, absolutely. Well, they did live in Perth for 4 years. It's still fighting words. Anyway, long story short, the last time these two teams played, they haven't, because it's their first time they matched up. But the last game each of these two teams have played this evening, the Melbourne Furies in the blue with gold/sleeves lost 7-2 to the Arena Central Coast team. And the West Australian Quokkas beat the South Australian Ice somethings.
Hidden Gems.
Hidden Gems, that's the one. Beat them 2-1 in a very close game indeed. Actually, that was a thriller and probably the best game we've seen so far this evening. The Furies are a very mixed team. The damage was done in their previous game by Sarah Edmonds, who, when she came on the ice, made a massive difference. They've got two impact players in Sarah and also in... she goes, not on this team list. It's because we had a slight misprint. But anyway, and Alinta Jackwitz, who is also an impact player for the Furies. The Quokkas, Louise McNabb scored one and Heather Hayduck scored one, and they have a pretty solid defensive lineup most of the time. They occasionally got caught pinching up high, and they gave away one easy goal to the South Australian team with a pretty bad defensive lapse where all their defensive players got caught up high and they left a massive gap behind them. So if they can shut that down, then they will give the Furies very little opportunities. But Sarah Edmonds in particular for the Furies did a great job of disrupting the Central Coast team when they played against them, and again scored 2 goals for them as well. So she is a danger player. Watch out too for the Furies. Debbie Bowles is good at controlling space in front of the net. She's got a good clearance and makes good decisions. And she's again an important player, and they're being well coached by Nicola Strug, who is doing a great job of building up a team which hasn't trained or played together since this time last year. And so they're a bit of an unknown quantity, but we'll see how they can go in this period. Whereas the Quokkas, well, we've seen them once, and what we saw was pretty good. They've got some impact players, and they've also got some very consistent players as well. I'm personally a big fan of Ange Seen. I love the way she plays with just manic intensity. She's great fun to watch. And Heather Hayduck does a great job in defence and makes good decisions all the time, which is terrific to see. So, Zoe, what do you reckon you're going to see?
Well, I'm hoping to see a few less penalties than we saw in game number 4.
The last one was a bit of a gong show, wasn't it?
With, 24 minutes of penalties between both teams.
Yeah, and to be honest, most of them were pretty silly. There was a lot of unnecessary cross-checks and slashing and roughing penalties, which are entirely avoidable. You can get a penalty for for a trip, which can be accidental. You're contesting the puck and your stick gets caught up in someone else's feet, and that's just one of those things. But a big cross-check in the back, yeah, it's not an accident. It just costs your team. And when you give away 16 minutes of penalties, it's pretty hard to win. Anyway, we're underway.
We're underway, and Quokkas come away with the puck. Not for long, however, as the Furies get possession, pass it through the middle for what is looking to be an icing early on.
Yep.
We've got 14 seconds into the game. That is an icing.
First stoppage. Bring the puck all the way up, please, and no changes. If you've been listening in to our commentary or are familiar with the rule, if the puck is played from behind your centre line and it crosses the red line at the other end without anyone touching it, it's brought back for an icing. You can win the race, which we'll explain if that happens later. But you're also not allowed to get a change if you're the defending team.
I'm going to get
not
you
that
to
it matters,
explain.
they'd only been on the ice for 16 seconds.
In game 6, I'm going to get you to explain goalie interference to Nicole.
Touch the goalie in the slot.
It sounds so simple. That's a blocked shot there. Good block.
Blocked by everyone.
Dangerous backhand. Almost in. Not quite.
Annabelle Chong makes the clearance there.
Hayduck with the puck. Heading in. Looking for a good angle. Full screen there for Nima. Can't see much. Does a great job of keeping that out so far.
Sorry, that was Sarah Chong making the clearance there for the Furies. Doing a good job of owning that space in front of the net.
And that heads out on a miscue there from the Quokkas.
And Hayduck for the West Australian Quokkas will go and clean it up and break it out. But she's being pressed by the danger player for the Furies in Sarah Edmonds, who is on the ice now.
And as they head back into the zone, Hayduck with the puck, keeping possession. Some battling there between Hayduck and Shelley Jensen. Heads all the way out, and that is almost a shot on goal. Not quite. Zuck's going in to collect that one.
The goalie would claim that as a shot.
I think the goalie should claim that as a shot.
But if it's not going
Shelley
in the net, so it doesn't count.
Jensen with a takeaway,
It's not a shot if it wasn't going to go in. And you can't say that you were going to put it in. And there's Sarah Edmonds busting through the middle, gets through almost everyone, but runs into a wall of West Australians who say, no thanks, you're not getting through here.
A little bit of gear there. And good takeaway there. Completely.
So they will have been watching. The West Australian team will have been paying a pretty close eye on how that game against the Furies went, and they would have seen just how dangerous Sarah Edmonds can be, and they'd know that if she's on the ice, you've got to get back and own that space in front of the net and deny her opportunities.
Richards pass, I believe that was almost through a slot. Now the Furies looking for that centering pass, trying to get that first shot on, that second shot on goal for them. Edmonds now with the puck, circling around dangerously behind the net. A fall in front of the net. However, Furies looking to keep it in. A lot of speed now coming through from the Quokkas. We've got Dravo with the puck, heading around looking for that shot. That's a save from Nema, and that rebound wasn't able to be collected by Dravo.
Massive juicy rebound there, but everyone lying on the ground looking at it. Unfortunately, there wasn't much they could do. But a good attack there by the West Australians. They got past Jennings, and just too much speed to be sitting back and waiting for those moves. So the Quokkas are going to have to move back quickly and get really sharp on their back check.
Absolutely, Jackwit's now on the ice. That one's dumped in, and the Furies are on the forecheck. Trying to get that up to the wing. The Quokkas, a fall means it's sent back around, still in deep for the Fury, who battle for the puck. Neither team able to get clear possession for very long at this point. Still in the Quokkas zone.
A good zone time at the moment for the Fury. They've had a good, haven't been able to get a shot away, but they've certainly had good zone time.
Shot attempt there, wide and hit a body from Jackwitz. Doesn't get deep into the neutral zone for the Quokkas as the Furies are able to re-enter the zone.
Smith just found there on that exit pass, and as a result, the Furies able to regain possession through Sarah Chong.
A bit of a battle for it. Looking for that centering pass. Center a little high to receive that one.
Jackwitz doing a good job for the Furies.
Looking for a backhand. Walsh with the puck, backhanding it down. Quokkas now able to get clear possession and exit. Trying to get some speed up through the neutral zone.
And Steen makes that cross-ice pass, but that was Nicole Clark just not quite able to connect with it, but the Perth team get themselves onside. Try and make a little sneaky backhand pass, but McNabb was in the way and cut it off. Just trying to be a little bit too fancy there, McNabb. Sorry, McNabb and McNabb. There's two of them, one West Australian team.
Okay, thank
one
you.
for the Furies. Does make it a little bit confusing, but we'll cope.
We will cope. That was a fall there, not a trip. Quokkas
just lost an edge.
I've never found my edges.
Goalies. They're on your skates.
On my skates. Yeah.
You probably shaved them off so you
the
can
outside
slide
ones
more.
Yeah. Now, Furies looking to clear. Don't manage to get it in the slot as the Quokkas goes behind the net. Looking for a wraparound. Doesn't get that one as Nema is in the way as she is meant to be and has done so successfully. Another shot on through bodies, and that one is swallowed up by Nema. Makes himself nice and big in the goal. So
a nice interesting characteristic of this game so far has been large amounts of zone time. Both teams have been unable to clear the zone in defence. They've been stuck under a lot of defensive pressure, and what that does is, apart from creating scoring opportunities, because generally the scoring opportunities aren't that great, what it does do is it tires you out a lot. And it is getting late, and it's been a long day in particular for the West Australian team. So it's going to weigh a little bit in the favour of the Furies. If they can just keep tiring out the West Australian team, that's going to help a little bit.
Same time in their hearts, it is only 7 p.m.
That's true.
Ooh.
A bit of a collision.
There is no call on that one. However, this will be an icing call.
You can see the two skaters racing back for the puck. So because the Furies player there in... who is that one?
I believe was that Stella? I might have
Kelly Gujuri, sorry. And because she basically won the race back to the puck, that enforces the icing. And as a result, the face-off goes all the way down there and for an icing against the iceHQ. Have you ever been to Rottnest? You've never played Quokka soccer? Apparently it's banned now. Probably just as well. We never actually played it, but we did joke about it.
Welcome to We're playing Quokka hockey at the moment.
Well, certainly there's a team called the Quokkas, and they are playing hockey. They're doing a pretty good job of it. But again, being stuck in defence, they're not able to clear the zone. No one's getting lots of shots on the ice. There's only been 5 shots in total throughout this entirety of this period so far.
That might be
very sparse.
The wings playing a little deep.
That's true.
At the moment. So lots of bodies in the place, but no options to really get that breakout.
Yep. No breakouts and not a lot of actually clearing the puck out of the zone. So we're getting zone time, but we're not getting shots, which is always an interesting thing from the point of view of the way the game is played. It's unusual to be stuck in your defensive zone for that long, and it is very tiring because you can't relax. But here come the West Australians with a breakout.
Edmonds trying to get back, looking for that shot, and that is a goal. First goal of the game. And that one is by number 83, D. Dravo.
Tickles the twine. And that opens the scoring. So with about 6 minutes to play in the first, and it's often the case, it's those breakaways which are the goals are scored. It's not sustained zone time that often results in a goal because you've got usually a fairly well organised defence. It's when you get those breakaways in transition that a vast amount of goals happen. With 6 minutes and 50 seconds to play, we have a 1-2-0 lead to the Quokkas.
A 1-2-0. Oh, 1-0. I'm with you. Now we're heading down deep into the Fury zone. Good battle there, right by the goal. Danger.
We've got the referee's hand is up for a penalty.
And that will
We're
be...
not sure what it's for yet, but it'll be on the Furies.
For hooking.
And it's going to be on Liv Fletcher, and she will do 2 minutes in the naughty corner. And
we'll welcome her to the commentary team. Not really.
Oh, I don't think so.
Send a mic over.
We're all good. But West Australians a little bit disorientated. Yes, it's a penalty. You get the face-off down there. You get the advantage. It's a penalty. That's how it works. They get themselves lined up and ready. It is late. Everyone's getting tired.
We'll see how the Fury do on their...
Let's look at their kill. Who have they got? They've got Jackwitz out for the kill.
Haven't seen as much icing as I'd expect from a kill in all of the games. Oh, good pad save there. Rebound available, not able to be capitalised on by the Quokkas. Now, Jackwitz with speed heading down the ice.
Yeah, this is where you can have one counter-attack. So if you are doing this, you get one shot.
Gets the shot on, and that almost goes in. A little bit of a tip off the glove. Manages to just keep it out from Eleanor Watson.
So McNabb does the smart thing and just push the puck back up the ice. This is where Jackwitz has gone on to look for a change. Been out on the ice for a long time and done an end-to-end sprint. So there's a lot of fatigue there now. It's when you want to get your change.
Absolutely.
But not taking it. I'd be looking to change
McNabb for the shot. Gets through and a save by Nema. Good centering pass, doesn't quite connect for a shot on.
McNabb managed to keep Antle from the shot. Across the front of the ice, there's a big juicy rebound waiting for someone, but Jackwitz gets there first.
Looking for that speed. Good read on the play there. And that one heads out. Hayduck not able to keep it in.
Hayduck just let that puck through the hole in the bottom of the stick. And now gets a chance for a counter-attack. Driven into the corner, looking for an option to pass back up into the slot. Hasn't got one at the moment. Nice stick lift there in defence by the Furies.
Jensen on that one. Trying to keep it in, collapsing a little bit in, but they are playing a good box defence at some points.
Yeah, box-ish.
Yeah, box-ish.
A shot in there from a distance by the West Australian player until it was just a bit of a lob, perhaps trying to get over the top of everyone.
The Furies will do well from a freeze of the puck at the moment if there are any more shots.
Just under 20 seconds to go in the kill. Everyone's lost track of where the puck is, and there it is back down into the corner. The Ice Quokkas put it across the front, but there's no one home.
I believe Jackwitz has been out for this entire penalty kill.
It's been a long penalty kill. There's going to be some fatigue there, that's for sure. With 3 seconds to go on the penalty, and Fletcher is back on the ice. That wipes the penalty.
We are 5 on 5.
But Fletcher skates over to the bench, and they get a change. Still don't understand that.
Bringing deep. Labour on the puck at the moment, looking for options. Send that through the slot and up. Makes a successful pass there to McNabb, who has the puck, going in for a shot. That one is sent down behind the goal line by Nema.
It's a nice defence there by the Furies. They had a 2D, skating backwards, keeping a good eye, managing good distance, and good control of the space where everyone wanted to be. I think that was mostly Beck Jennings coordinating that. She did a terrific job of owning that space in defence.
Absolutely. Now, Walsh getting that one out of the zone.
So it clears the zone, and that's the most important thing at that point. That's what they just need to keep getting the puck out of the zone and then playing it up the ice. If you can't do anything else, at least clear the puck out of the zone, and that's exactly what Walsh did. It's a good decision.
Now, Quokkas pouring on the pressure, but Fury's also doing a good job of holding it defensively, setting themselves up nicely. Just both teams looking for those breakouts from both of their zones at each end.
Walsh just swung almost blindly at the puck there. Unfortunately, she lost track of where it was and put the puck straight into the hands of the
another goal
Australians.
by the Quokkas. That was a Quokka player. Apologies.
Yep, one of the ones in black with
Dravo,
yellow
I believe
and
it
white.
was.
And you can see where that came from. It was a bit of a muff clearance. The Furies had an opportunity to clear the puck out of the zone, but lost track of the puck. And just a little bit of a dribbler across the blue line, as opposed to clearing it out, ended up being a pass almost directly to a West Australian player who decided that the net was where the puck belonged and shoved it in.
That is a face-off win by Bowles, who heads back to back check on that one. No one home for that ring around the boards, and the Quokkas get possession. Stella with the puck now, heading up.
Marie connects with Bowles. It was a nice pass across ice. It was a good option. Bowles not quite able to finish the pass,
Edmonds
but
now sending
Edmonds
it
does
in.
the pass across.
Looking for a backhand behind. Dangerous spot for that puck. Makes the save. Eleanor Watson with a glove save, and she gets a couple of good saves on some rebounds there as well.
Right, so D. Dravo has scored both goals for the WIS Quokkas thus far. And we've got not much long to go in the first. Just over a minute. 7 shots to 4, so it hasn't all been the Quokkas' way. When they've got opportunities, here comes Ange
A lot of speed,
with
not
a
quite
chance,
able to
but
make it before the
puck
goal
just
line.
splits around.
You can't, well,
The
unless
puck
you're...
was very temptingly just sitting right behind the skate. No one else could see it, but we could see it from here where the puck was. It was like, oh, that'd be a nice one.
Stella looking for a goal in the final minutes to try and that is swallowed up by Eleanor Watson once again.
Watson says, I'll have that thing. You can have it back when I feel like it. With probably about 30 seconds or so to go in the first, we have a 1-goal-0 lead. Sorry, 2-goal-0 lead to the Quokkas. A much closer game than the first game the Furies played. So they'd have to be pretty happy with that. It's been a big improvement.
Absolutely. Quokkas setting it up the boards. Keep in there by the Furies, but now that's led to a 1-on-0. And Antil, I believe, is streaking down. That is a save by Neymar on a 1-on-0. And that will wrap down the first period. Furies 0 and the Quokkas are 2.
Unfortunately, the replay won't show us why that happened, but the Furies' defence didn't start moving back very quickly. They basically waited until it was a little bit too late. So as a defensive player, when you're up on that blue line and you see the opposition coming, you can't wait for them. You've got to start moving back early because they're going to get past you. They've got the advantage. They've got momentum. They're skating forwards. You're skating backwards. They've got the puck. They can bounce the puck off the boards. They can put it between your feet. They can pass. There's a million options, different options that they have. You're always at a disadvantage. So you've got to move back early. And then they come to you and it's easy. It sounds easy, doesn't it? It's not easy, but it sounds easy. It's trying to read the game, and it's a difficult thing. And they will get past you most of the time. So as a D, certainly if you're the D in the middle ice, you want to cut down those counter-attacking opportunities by moving back early and anticipating the play. Easy thing to say, hard thing to do. Anyway, end of the first. The Quokkas have a 2-0 lead. Both goals scored by D. Dravo The first one assisted by Danica Zucks and the second one unassisted. And a penalty to Liv Fletcher. It was a minor for hooking. Shots on the net, according to the scorers, the Furies 5 and the Quokkas 8. They had a lot of zone time, both teams. There wasn't that much transitional play. But where there was transitional play in both instances, it resulted in a goal, or certainly A-grade scoring opportunities. And the goaltender for the Furies, Sarah Nemmer, has had the saves she has made have had to be fairly high quality against very good attacking moves, and she's done a very good job of that so far. So we have 2 more periods to go in this game. The Furies in the blue with the gold sleeves. The WA Ice Quokkas in the traditional West Australian black with gold or yellow and white. And that's the colours that West Australians have worn for a long time in interstate competition. I remember playing against them in rugby when I was a kid, and they were tussles. None of us were very good, but by golly, we were all very keen. So the Quokkas, a shorter player. I'm not quite sure why. Maybe they've forgotten that they can have 5 on the ice. You can have 5 on the ice if you want, guys. There we go.
6 on the ice.
We'll work it out eventually. They get on the ice, and it is late.
There you go.
And, so
It's
McNabb makes
7
away
p.m. in
out of the
WA.
ice. Yeah, but they've been in an
They're
aeroplane for
flight.
5 hours. They've probably been up since early.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so now we have a swap of end. And Quokkas putting on the pressure straight away.
And
That
we
will
have a
be
whistle for some infraction. Not sure if it's a penalty.
broke
Yep.
a commandment.
Someone's been
Penalty
naughty.
is for.
And it will be
Do a little move, ref.
33. Madeline Antil doing 2 for indecipherable signal. Anyway, it's all good.
Putting their hand on their heart.
Yes. For emotional rescue.
Yeah.
Support animal. Something like that.
Emotional interference.
And so the Ice Quokkas with a 4-player versus 5 Furies. See what the Furies can do with this. Can
Now,
they score a goal?
teams don't get a lot of opportunity to practice power plays, so it's interesting to see how defensively they stack up. And so far, the Furies doing a good job keeping it in their zone, trying to get that shot on the goal, setting up in front, looking for that centering pass. Walsh there trying to get that across.
It's
And
also
Rank
interesting to
coming
see how well the West Australian penalty kill works.
Here we go.
Pretty well so far. McNabb manages to
With
steal the puck.
speed, Clark coming
Zeed,
through.
sorry.
Jackwitz defending. Shot goes in. Nima didn't see that one.
That's one way to kill a penalty. Score a goal.
So short-handed, the Quokkas put themselves up 3-0. That shot from Nicole Clark goes in. Just a grounder that the goalie was not expecting. Maybe didn't quite see the shot off as a defender.
Was under pressure. Jackwitz was doing a good job of trying to put pressure on it. It was not a shot taken under no pressure at all. It was a quality shot with a fair bit of pressure on it and a short-handed situation.
Yeah.
So that's a great, fine individual effort. But they're still in the penalty kill.
Absolutely. Doing all the right things. Quokkas just managed to get that shot off and got a very good goal. Put themselves up 3-0 on a penalty kill. So now re-entering the zone again, the Quokkas. Trying to get another shot off. Nima slides across. Getting that one out and just sending that back in gently. Dravo again with possession. Cameron trying to get into that low slot. And now Walsh trying to get that one out with Stella in tow.
Marie Stella just had the puck stolen from her by the West Australians. And now dumped in deep. Just 10 seconds to go on the penalty. We'll be back
Quokkas
to
will
5-on-5 very shortly.
gently.
Who is this Gently? I don't know anyone called Gently.
There's
Do
a
you
lot
know
of
called Gently?
gentle pucks I'm finding.
It's rubber. It's kind of soft.
I mean, yeah.
Hang on a sec. You ever felt a puck? They're not soft.
Do you think I've ever felt a puck?
Well, you wear padding. It's a brick.
That will be cleared for icing. So that is not going to be icing, and the Quokkas are going to be able to get that puck and set up to try and get themselves a 4th. Defense by the Furies. Some good defense there. Led to not a clean tip from the Quokkas player in front. But they are continuing to pour on the pressure, the Quokkas. And a good battle won by the Quokkas. Trying to send that through for a centering pass. Another shot goes behind the net. Never across. And Zucks with the puck.
More zone time for the West Australians. They've had it in for quite a while now.
Tip almost goes in. That back door wide open, not able to make it. And Nema across in time makes the save and slows that one up for a whistle.
And so you can see now the Furies racing for a change. They've been stuck out there in that defensive press for a long time. We talk a lot about short shifts and how a shift in a game of ice hockey usually wants to be somewhere between 30 and 45 seconds long. And sometimes you think, oh, I only got 30 seconds on the ice, it's not fair. And then every now and then you get stuck out in one of those presses for 2.5 minutes. And you're awfully glad of that 30-second shift you had earlier. Of course, goalies wouldn't know about that.
No.
It's like, why are you leaving me?
That's how I feel. My centers don't back check.
You've got the wrong centers. It's simple.
My centers. Centers are pretty good.
Furies still keeping the puck in. Although now
Bowles
almost able to clear it out, but just denied.
Seen with the puck, sending it behind the net and across. Maintaining behind the net, Furies managing to chip that one to their wing, who gets it across, and Bowles now able to get a bit of speed up through the neutral zone. Deeks past, gets that one in for Edmonds, who now has the puck.
Edmonds has got Bowles in the slot, but Bowles is marked.
Good body positioning there by Edmonds, managed to maintain that one. That one is just sniped out of her possession by Dravo. And now Smith heading up the ice.
Yeah, beautiful play there, Smith, just stealing that puck. They know that Edmonds is the danger player.
Bowles once again.
Bowles trying to find an opportunity, but running out of legs. He's been on the ice for a while. It's a second rush. And you can just see running out of legs. You just can't keep that intensity up anymore. Edmonds trying to make the forecheck, but it's almost broken out by the Quokkas, and it ends up actually being a bit of a lucky dribbler shot, which nearly snuck through the 5-hole of the West Australian goaltender there in Eleanor Watson.
Gotten their change from that dump in. Off Stella's skate, keeps it in shallow in the neutral zone. Slap shot in, good pad save, backhand. That is an excellent save by Neymar, the best save probably of the evening we have seen from her. Excellent eyes on the puck as she goes across for that rebound and slows that one up.
A little bit of a premature celebration there. Sometimes a referee can be tricked into thinking it's a goal if you celebrate for it when it didn't go in, but in that case it was fairly apparent that it was denied. So a quality save there by Sarah Neymar.
Excellent. I should stop saying excellent. Fantastic lateral movement.
Grouse. Jackwitz makes a break through the sideline, looking for a lane. Instead takes a shot, but misses everything.
Well, she gets the boards.
On the net, on the net.
6x4.
I will speak to her on Wednesday night.
Another save there by Neymar. Backhand trying to get to the net, goes wide behind, and the Furies will ring it round. Clark gets possession. Still with possession, looking for that shot, trying to get in. Another shot, completely blind. Neymar managed to save that one, getting across.
It's a lot of traffic and a lot of slapping around, but the puck not actually getting touched all that much until eventually it's cleared out by McNabb, who's now looking for an opportunity to put it again into the slot and finds the traffic. This time it's cleared out nicely by the Furies. Can they clear the zone? Nope.
Backhand.
Nope.
Oh, good keep in there by McNabb. Keeps it in on the backhand.
She's been great this game.
And a shot. Not able to swallow that rebound.
More sustained attacking time here for the
Slap.
Quokkas, who fire another one into the zone. And another one in at the goal. This is a lot of shots.
A lot of shots happening.
The Furies will be absolutely exhausted at the
Absolutely
moment.
furious.
They'll be standing around like witches' hats.
Another shot, another pad save there by Neymar.
The Ice Quokkas can get changes at the moment, but the Furies not able to get an opportunity to get out, clear the zone and try and get a change. So they will be hardly able to move. They'll be desperate for a change.
Absolutely.
And they're still stuck. It's been a very, very long shift. You can see the West Australians changing and crashing into each other.
Ice is slippery, it's fine.
Sorry, McNabb. Didn't mean to laugh at you, but that was kind of funny.
She's doing well enough. I think she won't be too phased by it.
Fury still unable to get the change, but they finally managed to clear the zone again.
Shallow clear, though, doesn't let them get much out, but fresh legs on the ice. Ooh, dangerous puck there.
Just
Bouncing high.
over 6 minutes to play in the second. A 3-0 lead to the Ice Quokkas. And can the Furies
Rank
get the
now.
change that they're so desperate for? Fletcher's been on the ice for a very, very long time, but it's back in again way with Cameron looking for an opportunity to cut in. Deeks, a bit of puck handling, fires the puck into the slot once more. Caught on the wrong hand was Richards.
Another save there.
This has been some incredibly sustained defensive play by the Melbourne Furies. It's been pretty desperate, and their goaltender has done an incredible job of keeping the Ice Quokkas out of the net.
Absolutely.
And finally, they clear the puck out the zone. The Furies, McNabb just denied.
And back into
straight back
the
in again.
zone they go. Now, yes, absolutely, you're right. The Furies' defense.
If you're watching this and you're not exhausted, there's something wrong with you. This
is waiting for a whistle. It's one of the interesting things about ice hockey. You know, you can go 5-10 minutes without a whistle. Sometimes, and sometimes it can be every 20 seconds.
Sometimes you go 5 minutes without a change, and that's terrible. They're still out there, and the Furies too tired to chase the puck now in defence. And you can just see this. Now they finally managed to get the puck out of the zone, and now they race over for the change. It's hard too for a change here because you've got to go to the other side of the ice. Smith now blasts in the middle. Smith is one-on-one against Chong. And Chong rides her wide. Nice defensive play there by Sarah Chong, and we get the whistle that the Furies have been so desperate to get for the last 5 minutes of play. Wow.
Chong forcing that one wide on that shot allowed Namer to make that easy save, get that change in.
Exactly what she needed to do. It was great play there by Sarah Chong. She only started playing a couple of seasons ago, but she's come a long way. She's a very talented player and very, very determined. One of the smartest hockey players I've come across who really thinks about her game.
Battle for it along the boards. Heads behind the goal. Furies come out of that. Sarah Edmonds, once again, got possession.
Sarah Edmonds has a wall of 3 Quokkas to get through, and one of them gets her.
It's a tough one.
And now the breakout from Western Australia comes in the hands of McNabb, who has 2 to beat. Shot in from a distance.
Another shot, backhand. That one goes in on the backhand rebound. That might have made sense.
And McNabb's effort well rewarded. She made a great break. They had to shut down the attack of Sarah Edmonds, and there was 3 of them, and they managed to dispossess her just on the around about the hash marks, which is a good time to try and make that contact. And then break out around the other side, and it was McNabb who carried the puck up, got the shot, got past just about everyone, was well saved initially by Nemo, but there wasn't much she could do about the rebound, and they just finished it off. So some beautiful team play there by the West Australians, making the trip over all the more worthwhile for them. It's always good fun to score a goal. We'll let you know who scored that one in just a second. I think it was Nicole Clark for her second. So Dee Dravo scored twice in the first, and Nicole Clark has scored twice in the second. But that was set up entirely by some fantastic play by McNabb.
Jackwoods in.
With a chance for the
shot. That's swallowed up by Eleanor Watson, who has not seen too many shots so far in this game. That was her 7th.
She hasn't touched the rubber very much, but got to that time. And Watson makes a capable save against Linda Jackwitz. Jackwitz wants to just try and get those pucks on the net a little bit more. Just slow it down just a smidge and put the puck on the net. Make the goalie have to work. Because every time you put the puck on the net, there's always a slim chance it might go in. But if you miss, well, it's not going in.
High slot with Stella. Jackwoods with it. And I believe that's Jen.
Dumped in deep by Beck Jennings.
Yep. Or Kapow.
Beck's been playing up in the B3 division here in the iceHQ B League for the last half a season and doing very well.
Absolutely. Also a coach of a C1 team.
She coaches here as well, yes. She's a tremendous athlete, attribute to hockey in this state.
Absolutely.
And we have
a whistle for a rumble is what I'm going to call that one. Just going to make up penalties now. We will find out. It may have been an offside.
It doesn't look like any penalty at all here. just an icing.
Or, pardon me, an icing. That's also a thing they're allowed to do.
All the way back down the other end. We have got just over a minute, so it'll be a minute. And on the drop of the puck with the second period, the Ice Quokkas out to a 4-0 lead over the Melbourne Furies.
Shot right off the face-off there.
Sarah McNabb there with a good option. It's put the puck on the goalie, make the goalie have to work. If you get a rebound, there's a forward there waiting to pounce on it, and if it doesn't work, you get another go. It's a great option. And every now and then, you catch the goalie unawares and score. And now it's on the other side. And that won't work from that side. In fact, this time it's
Viegas.
it's Ancine who gets through everyone.
Scene, a lot of speed Scene has. It's around, there's a board there that gets crashed into.
You could see how quickly she moved from that face-off, and that creates that opportunity for the counter-attack. And it turned a defensive zone face-off very quickly into a scoring opportunity.
Oh, a lot of speed there. Back the other
just
way.
Stolen by Heather Hayduck, who is looking for an option, gets herself caught offside. Can she get back onside in time? No. Referee one is calling offside and the other one isn't.
I think they should fight.
Perhaps. There was a very famous Snickers ad.
Really?
For a chocolate bar where referees had a bit of an altercation during an NHL game. But this isn't the NHL, and we're not selling chocolate bars. But all the same, it's the end of the second, and the Ice Quokkas 4, the Furies 0. But we did see some absolutely resolute defence from the Furies in that period on a number of occasions. They were stuck in their defensive zone for very long periods of time, 2, 3, 4 minutes or so, unable to get the puck out in any sustained way and unable to get a change. So there will be some very, very tired legs in that squad for the third period. But so too the West Australians have spent the day travelling, and that has its own fatigue. Goals in the first, 2 to Dee Dravo, 1 assisted by Danny Zucker and 1 unassisted, and 2 goals in the second to Nicole Clark. But the second one set up by a brilliant effort by Louise McNabb, who broke up through the side, created an opportunity and a beautiful juicy rebound, and Nicole just had to finish it off, which sounds easier of course than it is. Just finish it off doesn't make it sound like it's like what was actually required, which is being able to read the game extraordinarily well, and that's exactly what Nicole Clark did. So shots on the net so far, 23 shots to the Quokkas to 8 to the Furies. There's been a couple of good saves made by the Furies goaltender. The Quokkas goaltender Eleanor Watson's done a pretty good job of keeping the puck out of the net on the occasion she's been tested. But there hasn't been a lot of quality shots. There's been a couple of rebounds from the Furies. They want to try and see if they can involve Sarah Edmonds. But the Ice Quokkas have been very alert to the threat by Edmonds. Every time she's got the puck, there's been a wall of black, yellow and white in front of her, preventing her from getting through. She might be getting a little bit frustrated and also possibly a little tired. Remember, it's a late night here in Melbourne, and it is their second game in only the space of 2 or 3 hours for these two teams. So they're pretty knacked.
All right, and we have begun the third with the Quokkas getting possession. Good challenge there by Rank. And Jensen with the puck, shoots it, attempts to shoot. Ooh, dangerous play there. That one goes in, misplay there, miscue by Jensen. Leads to that high danger zone shot, and I believe that was Nicole Clark who managed to get that one in.
On the replay again. I think it's a little bit of luck there too, but that happens if you're there in position to take advantage of it.
Just looking to get it behind the net there, send it up. Unfortunately, ended up a little too close. It happens. It absolutely happens.
Yep.
And just some good play there, looking for any opportunity to get that goal.
We do like to say that we're good hosts to our visitors. And here you go, you can have a goal.
That's it.
So Nicole Clark there with her third. So she is having an absolute blinder of a night. In terms of being in the right place, not that goal required any particular shooting skill, just being in the right place at the right time. But that is really the skill. Gretzky didn't have a great shot. Gretzky wasn't a great skater.
And another goal by the Quokkas goes through Nema into the net. And pretty quick into the third.
That was Maddie Antill who scored that one. And the floodgates starting to open up now on the Furies. They'll be pretty tired. They've got to keep their heads up now and keep their heads in the game. It's difficult to do, but I know Deb Bowles pretty well. She won't give up.
No, she will not.
They'll take this all the way to the finish and see if they can claw back a goal, see what they can do. They dearly love to get on the scoreboard. They don't want to go down 5 zip. They'd much rather at least get a goal or two on the board if they can. And they can do it. They just need a little bit of luck.
A lot of energy from the Quokkas in the third.
And a little bit of
right
not
out of the
mucking around
gate.
in your defensive zone there, Alinda. Clear the puck out of the zone, yeah?
Trying to get that clear. Can't quite get it on. But they don't manage to get a shot off. And sorry, not Balls. Someone who was...
Lucy Walsh there trying to clear the
Lay
puck
behind
out. The
her.
Bowles gets it up the middle, finds
There we go,
Jackwitz.
Jackwitz.
And now has a little bit of room to move.
A lot of speed from Jackwitz
It's
heading
round
up.
one.
Trying to get the shot off.
Gets the shot.
Gets that shot, rebounds out, but then is stopped by Watson.
And that's the sort of play they need to be doing. They need to be getting that drive on the net and then getting those shots in and trying to get the rebounds. Nice save there by Watson. It was a high shot. It could have bobbled off the chest plate and popped down somewhere tasty, but no such luck. Instead, it was swallowed up by her catcher, and that was it for that particular play. But a good option there by the Furies. That's what they need to be doing. They need to make those bursts and keep going. Now, what they don't need to be doing is mucking around with the puck in their defensive zone. Do that, you're in trouble. Clear the puck out of the zone and then think about the fancy stuff.
Managed to send it all the way down the ice. That one is cleared, and so Edmonds will grab that one. Kind of try and grab that one, pardon me. That does end up being a very soft shot on goal.
Fletcher there, just not quite able to clear it. I think she just slightly misjudged where the puck was, and as a result, the puck dribbles back into the net, and she's got to clear it around the back of the net now and put something on it.
Pardon me, that was Viegas, not Edmonds. And McNabb looking for a shot. Getting that centering pass in, but they don't manage to collect that one up for a shot. And now Stella desperately trying to claw that one out.
And the Furies clear the puck out of the zone. 11 minutes and 30 seconds to play. The lead now 6 goals to 0. The goal scorer for that last goal was Madeline Antel with her first of the tournament. No, I tell a lie, it was her second. No, it was her first, I apologise.
Leg with some good pressure, keeping them wide.
More sustained zone time for the Ice Quokkas.
Block there.
Nice stick lift by Sarah Chong, who rims the puck around,
Now
tries
Stella
to find
gets the
Marie
puck.
Stella.
Heads up. Desperately trying to get that one, and it is
Furies get their change.
clear. Furies get a change. Centering pass, changed a little too slow to get that pass. And Jensen, unfortunately,
loses
the
an edge.
ground. Gets right back up and back to it. Now Rank waiting for that puck to get it out. They get it over. A lot of desperation
Sarah
from the
McNabb there
Furies trying to
catching
get
an
that
edge as
one.
well. But, now the Ice Quokkas another opportunity to break it in through McNabb. Sorry, not McNabb. That was Nicole Clark, who fires the puck in another opportunity with a loose puck bobbling in the front of the net.
Now collected up by Sarah Edmonds, who will attempt or look like she's going to head behind and dig behind to try and get that one up the strong side there. Of course, it's going to be the strong side. She's got the puck.
You can see her deking around and bouncing and using
Now
the boards very
200 foot,
effectively.
there we go. And going for the shot. Rebound still out,
Puck is still
available,
loose.
looking for a backhand, and they get a goal. That was from Edmonds, I believe, on the backhand there.
Edmonds got the triple play, so she's gone coast to coast. There's been 2 rebounds, and she's picked up the 3rd rebound and stuffed it into the net for the goal that the Melbourne Furies were absolutely desperate to put a smile on their dials and lift their tails a little bit. They've had a bit of a drubbing this period. It's been pretty grim, and you can see them. As you get tired, your skills start to drop off. They've been catching a lot of edges and doing a lot of falling over. But that goal will help them a lot.
Absolutely.
And lift their confidence enormously for this last 9 minutes of this game, the 5th game of the evening.
Furies won that draw, but Quokkas managed to steal that right back. Very dangerous play there. Didn't quite manage to connect that to a stick to get the shot in. And now Jackwitz, a lot of speed from her, heading up the left side of the rink. Looking for options, sends it in, goes wide. Deal back up and try and get that one back into that slot. Now, Quokkas managed to clear. A lot of speed, Dravo in. Cameron heading to the slot. Looking for that center.
Good battle there by Beck Jennings, managing to tie up the puck.
Excellent.
Along with Kelly Gujuri, who managed to stop it all up. But then the puck's bobbling around loose again.
Excellent save there from Nema.
You can see everyone's slow to get back on their feet. It's been a very, very long day And they're all getting very, very tired. The puck comes out. Can anyone actually win the race for it? Can anyone race for it? And the answer is yes.
Ooh, that was a trip and a half, and that will be a penalty against the Fury.
Everyone joyfully binning it. I got to say, I think that's
okay.
I think that's a bit of a rough penalty. I think she just fell over. So
it was an enthusiastic fall. She.
Yeah, I don't think Kelly Jury there.
Absolutely no malice in it.
It was not sure that I'd call that necessarily a trip either. But the referee calls it the way they see it. They define reality, and we are merely spectators in the game of life. And that's the call. We just got to deal with it. But,
commentators in game of life.
I've got to say that that was a harsh call.
Right.
So the last thing the Furies needed was to have to kill a penalty.
But, you know, pressure breeds diamonds.
It certainly does.
And
but
goals.
It also breeds goals. And
so 44, Hayduck
flings in a speculator from the blue line, and it gets through everything. A bit of noise and a bit of traffic and a bit of a nasty bounce, and it gets through Naima as well, and that wipes off the penalty for Kelly Gorjuri.
Short stay.
It's a short stay in the box, absolutely. A little bit of short-term accommodation. And out she goes, and we will be underway again. The lead now 7 goals to 1. So the Furies almost up to have had the same number of goals scored against them as were scored by the Central Coast. But can they get another one back?
We shall see.
And we'll see how that one pans out as well.
Through heavy into the zone. They are setting up. We've got McNabb setting up, looking for that pass, looking for that option, and now heading in to collect that puck.
And Hayduck just doing that little cheeky turn your back as you pass through so no one can touch your move. It's a bit of a classic from contact hockey because no one's allowed to hit you when you've got your back turned, usually.
Sayers with a shot, doesn't make it through.
Smith trying to do a little bit too much, but runs into Debbie Bowles, who says, no, you're not getting through me. And she's pretty strong, Debbie.
Go.
Contest and ends up with the puck. Will she clear the zone? Chip it off the boards.
Yep, there.
That's the move.
Doesn't quite make it out. Their defense, blue liners patrolling successfully and sending it in for a dangerous shot there. Oh, wow, that was...
That missed absolutely everything.
That went over and under the back of a pad and did not go in.
There must be a ridge of ice across the back of the goal line. It stopped before it crossed the line. It's the end of the game. Just about, and so there's a lot of powder everywhere.
Clark is in now by herself as the Quokkas are changing. Couple of falls there, end of the third.
That's until blowing a tyre. Not quite able to hold it, but puck bobbling around again, loose in the slot. This time, Angeline gets the shot. Does the right thing, just puts the puck on the net and sees what happens. Oh,
great shot, rebound available. Backhand in. Good poke there by Bleakley.
The West Australians.
Rank trying to get to that one. Doesn't quite make it.
Hayduck doing a lap of the neutral zone, of the high slot, and then gets it across. And see if they can shove it in.
Making a lot of backdoor opportunities available. Now this is where...
So the Furies doing a good job of occupying that space in front of the net. They've put bodies there. It just made it difficult.
Now offside, the Furies will have a little chance to collect and get some speed up to try and get that one back into the O-zone for them. Don't get it that far, and now the Quokkas back in. Clark looking for a shot. Doesn't make it. Good back check there by Jensen.
On the ice at the moment is Sarah Edmonds looking for a chance to try and get that extra goal. We've got Denise Rink out as well, so can they turn this into a scoring opportunity? If they can get clean possession, we know that Sarah can go coast to coast and steal a puck quite nicely, and she's trying to do exactly that. But the puck stolen away from her once more across the front of the slot. And Scene tries to put the puck into the danger zone and does, but there was no one there for the Quokkas.
Once again, Edmonds with possession. Quokkas know how dangerous she can be. She's looking for an outlet pass up to Rank. Rank now going for
she found Rank nicely, but not able to capitalise on the pass. Puck goes in now, so fresh legs
out. Change on
out.
the forecheck is what you always say, right?
Oh, absolutely. Change on the rush. Change on the rush. Yeah, absolutely. That's the way to do it.
All right, Clark, Walsh, going in. Didn't manage to get that puck too deep into their O-zone.
Good forechecking pressure by Edmonds, but everyone kind of spinning around blindly, just sorting at the puck at the moment for the Furies, trying to get a bit of control and just trying to not panic.
Long shifts in their D zone, you can tell the fatigue has set in
everyone's
well
nailed.
and truly for the Furies.
Yeah, everyone's
Quokkas
nailed,
just
mate.
a little bit more fresh on their short changes.
Everyone's nailed. It's the second game in like 3 hours. And they can't
No,
move.
don't worry, we've been here for all of them. I remember.
We've got one more. There's one more after this for us.
You don't need to tell a goalie how many shots have been.
Mumble,
There for all
mumble,
of them.
something.
Hockey. Here we go. Now, 1-on-1. Going in strong. It's Dravo. And that is a stop from Nema, who
What
has...
we just saw there from Kelly Jury was just about perfect one-on-one defence. She skated backwards, kept the distance right, managed it well, forced the shot to be from wide and from a distance, and as a result, the save, whilst not easy for Nema, was possible. And she only had to worry about the one thing and the puck coming from one spot. So beautiful defensive play there, Kelly Gaudry, I think would be how that's pronounced. I'm sure we'll be told at some point throughout the evening, or the weekend, or next year.
We will find out. We will find out.
Oh, you're assuming anyone's listening to us.
Blocker save.
By this stage, no one's listening to us. It doesn't matter.
Hello, if you're listening, leave a comment. Like, comment, and subscribe.
Is there comments? I don't think so.
It's a YouTube video.
No, I never watch the comments. You should know better than that.
Say nice things about me and bad things about Carl. All right.
1 minute and 40 seconds to go as the...
Hayduck gets the puck, looking for a shot through the slot.
Through a lot of traffic, but there's nothing but bodies in the way. And the Quokkas clear the puck out of the zone.
Now, Furies still doing a great job of keeping that pressure on that shallow forecheck.
Hayduck being well pressured there by Jackwitz and then
Good
Marie
poke check there.
Marie Stella's played a good game for the Furies.
Absolutely. Really keeping that tenacity going.
Kept doing the simple stuff and doing the simple stuff well. There's nothing fancy in her game, but there doesn't need to be. She's just doing the simple things well. So too Sarah Chong.
Backhand in, doesn't make it.
There's Chong again, just doing the simple thing, just putting the puck up the boards, take it away from that danger zone.
Cross, low slot, high danger zone. No, doesn't connect with anyone, so they don't manage to keep it in.
40 seconds to play in this period. Can the Furies get another goal? Well, they've got a chance here.
Here we go.
They get a shot, but it's nicely deflected.
Very gently wide.
Gently.
Gently, gently. Into that good night.
There's no such thing. There's no such a thing.
Well, if we compare it to some shots.
This isn't Shakespeare.
It could be.
No, it's not Shakespeare.
Behind. A wraparound chance. Nema lost the puck. Looking for it. Still looking for that backhand. Some good desperation defense there from the Furies as the puck went behind, around,
and there's under 10 seconds to play. This is going to be the last stanza of play. I think
stanza. Okay, Shakespeare.
There goes the siren for the end of Game 5 of the evening. And it goes to the iceHQ 7 over the Melbourne Furies. 43 shots to 12 according to the scorers at the conclusion of that game. Goals two in the first to D Dravo. In the second, it was Nicole Clark with one from Angela Labour and a short-handed, and the second one with a beautiful play, capitalising on some work from Louise McNabb, who stole the puck deep in defence and broke all the way up, and Clark was there to swoop on it. Clark again in the third opened the scoring, and then Madeline Antle for her first of the tournament. Sarah Edmonds for the Furies managed to tickle the twine to get the Furies on the board to salvage a bit of pride out of the game. Although they certainly worked hard and never disgraced themselves, that's for sure. And Heather Hayduck, with a speculator from the blue line, managed to bounce a puck past everything and possibly over the stick of the despairing Sarah Nema, who did her best and had a hell of a workout. 43 shots on her for 7 goals. She made a lot of saves, but unfortunately a few more got through her than you can save. It's a very, very big day for her. So that is the end for the Furies and the Quokkas for tonight. They will be back tomorrow. And you can have a look on the icehq.hockeysite.com webpage for their next games, and I'll let you all know about that at the conclusion of the next game as well. Next up is the last game of the night. It will be between the Adelaide Hidden Gems and the Melbourne Reds, and that will be at around about pretty close to 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Summertime. So if you're in Adelaide, it would be at 10:30 p.m.
Sounds good.
South Australian Standard
It'll be in
summertime.
about 10 minutes.
In about 10 minutes. So we'll take a break for now and be back with you to bring you the final game of the evening.
See you then.